Ever since I first stepped through the door behind me as Prime Minister, I have striven to make the United Kingdom a country that works not just for a privileged few, but for everyone, and to honour the result of the EU referendum. Back in 2016, we gave the British people a choice. Against all predictions, the British people voted to leave the European Union. I feel as certain today as I did 3 years ago that in a democracy, if you give people a choice, you have a duty to implement what they decide. I have done my best to do that. I negotiated the terms of our exit and a new relationship with our closest neighbours that protects jobs, our security and our union. I have done everything I can to convince MPs to back that deal. Sadly, I have not been able to do so. I tried 3 times. I believe it was right to persevere, even when the odds against success seemed high. But it is now clear to me that it is in the best interests of the country for a new Prime Minister to lead that effort. So I am today announcing that I will resign as leader of the Conservative and Unionist Party on Friday the 7th of June, so that a successor can be chosen. I've agreed with the party chairman and with the chairman of the 1922 committee that the process for electing a new leader should begin in the following week. I have kept Her Majesty the Queen fully informed of my intentions, and I will continue to serve as her Prime Minister until the process has concluded. It is, and will always remain, a matter of deep regret to me that I have not been able to deliver Brexit. It will be for my successor to seek a way forward that honours the result of the referendum. To succeed, he or she will have to find consensus in Parliament where I have not. Such a consensus can only be reached if those on all sides of the debate are willing to compromise. For many years, the great humanitarian Sir Nicholas Winton, who saved the lives of hundreds of children by arranging their evacuation from Nazi-occupied Czechoslovakia through the Kindertransport, was my constituent in Maidenhead. At another time of political controversy, a few years before his death, he took me to one side at a local event and gave me a piece of advice. He said, "Never forget that compromise is not a dirty word. Life depends on compromise." He was right.
We're going to start. We've got a big announcement from The Voice to make this morning. After 16 seasons, Adam Levine, our beloved coach and friend, has decided to leave The Voice. Whoa. We've got a big announcement from The Voice to make this morning. After 16 seasons, Adam Levine, our beloved coach and friend, has decided to leave The Voice. Whoa. Adam was one of the original coaches that launched the show, winning the competition 3 times and inspiring many of the artists that he worked so closely with over the years. Of course, many viewers will miss watching his frenemy relationship with Blake Shelton. He'll always be a cherished member of the Voice family, and of course, we wish him nothing but the best. With Adam's departure, you might be wondering, well, who's going to be sitting in that coveted big giant red chair? And I'm happy to share this morning that Gwen Stefani will be returning for season 17. Gwen has sat in the chair before. She met her current boyfriend, Blake Shelton, through the show, and we're looking forward to having Gwen back.
If you love that video, you're going to love everything on the Access YouTube channel. So hit the subscribe button. You can thank me later. Hit it. Now. Thanks.
The best-selling author Naomi Wolf said Friday that she was correcting portions of her latest book after an awkward radio interview in which she was alerted to major errors in it. During the interview on Thursday to discuss outrages, sex, censorship and the criminalization of love, a historical examination of same-sex relations in the Victorian era and the ways in which they were criminalized, she told the BBC radio host, Matthew Sweet, that she found several dozen executions of men accused of having sex with other men. Several dozen executions, he asked, later adding, "I don't think you're right about this." Sweet said that was a mistake based on a misunderstanding of the legal term, death recorded. It doesn't mean that he was executed. It was a category that was created in 1823 that allowed judges to abstain from pronouncing a sentence of death on any capital convict whom they considered to be a fit subject for pardon, Mr. I don't think any of the executions you've identified here actually happened. Wolf said, "Well, that's a really important thing to investigate." A prominent author who has written several works of feminist and cultural criticism, Ms. Wolf is known for books such as The Beauty Myth and Vagina, a New Biography. A spokeswoman for Houghton Mifflin Harcourt, which is publishing Outrage in the United States, referred to the issue as an unfortunate error, but said, "We believe the overall thesis of the book, Outrages, still holds." She added that while the publisher employs professional editors, copy editors and proofreaders for each book project, we rely ultimately on authors for the integrity of their research and fact-checking. Wolf did not immediately respond to a request for comment. On Twitter, however, she said she is correcting parts of her book as a result of the discussion. Sweet inadvertently offered a lesson on how to gracefully handle these sorts of situations on social media. Sweet explained the errors in Ms. Wolf's book in a lengthy Twitter thread, while Ms. Wolf thanked him for calling her attention to the misunderstanding. "My thanks to you is substantial," she said in one tweet, adding that these records deserve to be poured over. Making Valentine's Day plans can be stressful, so how lucky for us that Paramount has already come up with a suggestion for next year by pushing the release date of Sonic the Hedgehog to February. What better way to show your love than with a pair of tickets to the movie starring James Marsden and Sonic, his latest CGI animal friend? Opposite an evil, mustachioed Jim Carrey, no less. Taking a little more time to make Sonic just right, director Jeff Fowler tweeted Friday morning, with an illustration of the hedgehog's gloved hand holding a sign displaying the new date. The timing is just a happy coincidence, of course, as the real reason Paramount delayed the movie, originally slated for a November 8 release, has to do with the outcry that followed the trailer's release at CinemaCon 3 weeks ago. Backlash is somewhat typical of live-action adaptations that draw from nostalgic source material, but this instance had less to do with the movie existing, though there was some of that, and more to do with the main character's appearance. Specifically, his teeth. The furry blue hedgehog had human teeth. The movie follows Sonic, voiced by Ben Schwartz, and police sheriff Tom Wachowski, Marsden, as they face off against the evil Dr. Robotnik, Carrie. After Tom discovers Sonic in the trailer, the hedgehog tries to play it cool. Meow, he says with his arms outstretched, mouth open wide and chompers on full display. Tom's immediate response is to yell, displaying his own, appropriate set of human teeth, and shoot Sonic with a tranquilizing dart. Why are his teeth so human? One Twitter user demanded to know. Someone else referred to them as Sonic's most cursed aspect. The disturbed reactions were so widespread that Vulture even asked a real-life hedgehog dentist why she believed people were so upset. She said that hedgehog teeth are cute and small, just like them, so maybe people don't think big teeth match the tiny, cute hedgehog. Fowler, who rarely tweets, returned to the platform within days to respond. "Thank you for the support. And the criticism," he wrote. "The message is loud and clear. You aren't happy with the design and you want changes. It's going to happen. Everyone at Paramount and Sega are fully committed to making this character the best he can be." But changes to visual effects require a lot of time and hard work, which Fowler acknowledged in his tweet on Friday with the lengthy hashtag #NoVFX. Artists swear her met in the making of this movie. The countdown to Valentine's Day begins. Don't kiss or snuggle hedgehogs because of salmonella risk, CDC warns. The trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog will take you right back to the 90s.
Messing with my head